The previous park has been closed due to damages, the dinosaurs getting out, and endangerment of the park patrons. The investors, shareholders, and members of the board decide they can't release too much information of what happened, otherwise they'd be sued and arrested for the park's poor security measures. Looking for a scapegoat, the blame is shifted onto the deceased president Masrani. Claire and other employees aren't fond of the decision, but with little recourse and fear of being one of few individuals to say otherwise, they allow the board's will to be done. Meanwhile, on an island in the somewhere of nowhere, Dr. Wu is running a lab, a part of the newly refurbished Biosyn company, the original competitor of Jurassic Park's originator, InGen. Creating new creatures based off the extinct species, Dr. Wu intends to breed animals that can have secondary functions that purge pollution from the environment. With said animals, he intends to sell them off to buyers and use the profit for his own means. Before doing so, Dr. Wu wants to test how well the animals would survive in the natural setting. With a closed-off environment around the island, Dr. Wu has been able to create different scenarios for the creatures to survive in. One of the environments in particular has the Leoplorodon from the previous park as a predator to see how well the population of different animals would do when introduced to natural selection. Unfortunately, the Leoplorodon doesn't want to cooperate and continues trying to break through the surrounding wall. Concerned that this repeated action could create cracks that allow some of the experimental species to escape, Dr. Wu sends for Claire and Owen to assist in capturing the beast. Meanwhile, out in the city, away from anything that could remind them of the previous park, Claire and Owen are trying to start a new life that is family-oriented. Everything seems to be going their way, but they can't shake the feeling of unfulfillment. Claire was a businesswoman engrossed in her work, managing a multi-million-dollar corporation, and Owen was a man of the wild, learning the secrets of nature. While they yearn to start a family, learning to adapt to a more slow-paced life is difficult. Thinking that it would calm the urge, they invite their old co-workers over for a get-together. Unbeknownst to them, two men in gray, sent by Dr. Wu, are tailing their friend Lowry. Once all together, the men in gray offer the old gang a chance to make millions, doing essentially the same jobs as before. While it's a tempting offer, Claire and Owen turn it down due to its suspicious nature. However, the men in gray aren't willing to take no for an answer, and insist that they have enough evidence to blackmail everyone in the room for what happened in the previous park. With no other option, they decide to go along with the men in gray. Now, traveling back to Biosyn Island, Dr. Wu insists that the blackmail was just a nudge in the right direction to show them the potential of Biosyn. This initially irritates everyone, but once showing them the potential good that can be done with the available resources, Dr. Wu sways the majority of the group to join him, except for Owen. He says that everything about it is unnatural and that their work is imitating God. Dr. Wu retorts by saying that he's doing nothing more than using the blueprints left behind. He then explains that he brought Owen to the island to catch the Leoplorodon because he has the talent to think the way a predator does. Owen is still in disagreement, so Dr. Wu insists that if he can help catch the beast with a provided team of whale and shark hunters, that he'll let everyone leave with no strings attached. While it hurts him morally to do so, Owen agrees. Meanwhile, Claire is becoming more and more convinced that working on the island is a good idea, but is still cautious. Concerned that there is an ulterior motive for hiring her, Claire and her old team investigate the island while keeping a facade of compliance. The movie is then split between two plots, one focusing on a homage to Jaws in the hunt for the Leoplorodon, and the other asking about the blurred line between nature and science. The Jaws-themed plot focuses on Owen stuck at sea with a crew that despises him while hunting and fighting off the Leoplorodon, a battle on isolated waters. The other plot focuses on Claire and her team digging through files and mystery to see what their would-be employer has in store for them. It all then converges when the Leoplorodon sinks the ship that Owen is on and he's forced into a small submarine with agitated and corrupt crewmen who may turn on him at any moment, and is up to Claire to try and save him. This is my pitch for the next Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic Jaws. But probably not that name due to lawsuits.